What's up, guys? Iggy here with Faltacunlimited. Today's video is actually kind of cool. So, I just tinkered with Tinkercad. I've never done it before, so I wanted to try a few things because I used to use Fusion 360 for designing stuff, and you can only hold up to 10 files, and then you have to pay for it or delete what you're doing and whatnot. And I wanted to use the free part, you know. So, a friend introduced me to Tinkercad. I started using it, and I designed my first holster. It's easy enough. It's actually for Sam's spray wax. So if you don't know, I am a big fan of Cleetus McFarlane YouTube channel. I watch that stuff all the time. Got me into doing the Garage channel. And so one of their videos, George says that, hey Sam, you need a holster for that. And I'm like, you know what? That is a damn brilliant idea. So I went on Tinkercad and I made a 3D drawing. And I actually have a version getting 3D printed right now, but that's supposed to take like 9.5 hours. So I went ahead and programmed it on the CNC machine. Got a piece of 2x8. Yeah, 2x8 loaded up, which is only 1.5 inches thick, like we all know. And I'm gonna carve it and see how it looks like. So, but this is the program. And here's the 3D rendering right here after I did the cut view. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it's going to do right here. So that's what I'm cutting out right now. Sam's spray wax is only like, I don't know, 2.4 inches wide. So it looks a lot bigger than it really is, and I made it so it could fit a Tech Lock or UBL drop. So we'll see how it goes. But for now, I got this all set up, and we're just going to go to town. Ladies and gents, looks like it is done and I can finally pull it out. Now that ran for an hour and 47 minutes, and the other one ran for about the same. So we'll call it, oh, knocked the bottle over. So we'll call it, yeah, it was almost 4 hours. So like 3.5 hours. So that's not too bad. So in that 3.5 hours, I ended up doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 orders, which is awesome. And let's see how it looks. Oh yes. Now I did build this a little bit oversized. You know, like I said, I was just playing on Tinkercad. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the perimeter. Let's drill some holes in it, and well, let's see how it works. Because honestly, it looks a little big, but it's the first time on there, so we shall see. And what we know about wood is that sometimes it flakes off. So if you notice right there, right at the edge, it flaked off a little bit. I'm honestly not even gonna worry about it, but here it is cut. It actually looks damn good. Here's that, and God, the only thing I have to do is drill some holes in it and see how it works, right? Obviously, we've got to see if it fits the bottle. I hope it does. So we are drilled. We got it drilled all the way around. Drilled it along the tall part, which I didn't do on the drill press. I bought these extra long, very thin drill bits so I can go ahead and get them through large parts like that. As you can see, I marked the blocking for where the tech lock's going to go, and I had these centering bits. So this is a 1/4 inch centering bit, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead, just rock that in there, and then drill all the way through it. So. And by using the centering bit, it allows you to drill a hole in the center. So now we have the hole right there. And I am excited. Ooh. So if you couldn't tell, I already have these all heated up and ready to go. I'm going to cut a piece of, actually, I'm thinking I'm going to do 0.06 first to make sure it works, because then I got a surprise to go along with the Freedom Factory. 0.06, this is what I use for testing stuff, and I'm gonna way overcut this because the height of this is kind of critical. So what I do is you stand it up and kind of roll it, and that'll tell you just where you need to be. So yeah, I'm gonna heat this up to about 380 degrees. When the machine says it's 390, I'm gonna pop it out, and then we're gonna form it and see what it looks like. 0.06, when I make the real thing, it's gonna be 0.08. This is just a test. Tenting, yeah, it's going to happen with this part because it's so thin, so I'm not worried about it. This is mainly for fitting. So here we are right here. Again, I'm not worried about the tenting because this is just a, you know, see if it works piece. So look at that. So I have the indents of where to drill. I don't have it for the retention, but you will see. I love it so far. All right. I have cut it out, and I drew the holes. So I have not done this yet. So I have this, and we're gonna see how it fits. And honestly, it looked a lot bigger than it should be. But as you see, I marked out the other day where 1/4 inch was and where I wanted to do, so I could get a possible measurement from here to here. Because like I said, it was my first time on Tinkercad because I'm used to Fusion 360, and it's a completely different ballgame. But okay, and I made it so it's just round where it says spray wax, so you can still see Sam's face, but it looks like it holds. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up this and see how it folds. And then we're going to make something special. And I have the clip that we're going to use. We're going to use the combat loop, because I figured that's a quick on-off. It's easy to manipulate, and I don't think Sam's going to break it, because That man is a national treasure. So I'm going to heat this up, fold it, and see what it looks like. I did it with a 3/8 gap, so a little bit over a 1/4 inch. So I'm hoping that that's how it goes. And I only did this as like a 1/2 inch, because, yeah, it is what it is. We'll try it. Well, apparently I melted it, so let's try that again. Whoopsie. That is a first. I have never done that before. Melted clean through. Honestly, it's because you have to heat up where the bridges are, so I'm just going to make another. Still 0.06 though. Right here. Let's cut one and do it. And I'll show you how to avoid tenting with something like this, because it should be pretty easy. Let's try it again. Take 2. This is the melted one. Same one. And as you can see, no melt. I didn't heat it up as much. And I had a little crease here and a little crease here, but what I did is I just cut that out. So now I'm going to heat this up evenly and fold it around the bottle and see how that goes. Right now I'm just making sure that everything fits with retention wires, because like I said, I did it for 3/8. So I have 3/8 bushings, so it'll be 1/2 inch bolts, and then 1/4 inch threaded posts. So, and then there's plenty of room right here for the hardware for this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and bend it and hopefully not melt this one, but again, 0.06, not 0.08. All right, does it work? Yes and no. Looks like I'm going to have to cut another one. So this is now junk. I do have to increase the space in here a little bit. Now, I do have parallel, a little bit of parallel if I squeeze it, but that is heating this up and almost flattening out, as you can see right there. Actually, you can see it better from this end. See, like that? And I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of math, because I figured if this is a 3/8 opening here, I got to think about 3/8 out, 3/8 out, and then the bend, so maybe 1.5 inches, and go from there, or 1.25 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and reprogram this a little further apart and get another version, 2.0, and try it out. So, yay. Oh well, I mean, that's all part of mold making, which is why I used this piece of wood. So I'm going to go ahead, and I have more wood left, which is good. So, try number 2. All right, guys, you know what sucks about living in the woods? It is 30 minutes from my closest Home Depot, so I ran out of 2x8s. So I went and got a 2x8, so I can now cut a new one. So it's like 35 minutes there, 35 minutes back, you know, and then plus I had to stop at another store. So it is now 7:33. So I'm going to estimate with the size difference, it's going to take about 2 hours to cut, which I already made the program for the first cut. And the final cut's probably going to take another 2 hours. So I'm looking at probably around 11 o'clock. So I'm going to get it cut, get it set up, and get it to burning. And you guys will see it after. So while it's carving, I'm going to throw on some Judge Judy or something else and get it going. 1 a.m. I don't know if it's Thursday or Friday. I don't remember because the whole week's just a blur. But hey, look at this. Bada bing. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going inside and going to bed. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to make this whole thing. So, while this was going, I ended up, I did 3 more orders. Just finished the 4th, and I destroyed another one, so I had to throw that out. And of course, it was my last piece of Coyote Brown, so I had to get another piece of Coyote Brown. So, anyways, snack time, baba, and nap. I'll see you in the morning. All right, well, here we are the next day. Garage is heating up again, and I just took this off, and it looks damn good. Other than, you know, the chipping away, which is absolutely normal when milling. I mean, it's just regular wood, you know, and maybe my bits were a little dull. It is what it is. But I'm gonna go ahead, drill some holes in this, cut the outside out, and I'm gonna press it with 0.06 and see how it goes. So I'm digging this. Like I said, it finished at, I don't know, it was like 1 o'clock yesterday or last night or this morning. So yeah, let's get it cut out, let's get some holes drilled, and when you see it next, it's gonna be formed. And then I'll move on to the specialty print and get it down to Bradenton, Florida. And before people start commenting, why are you working on that when it's not an order, when you have orders to do like mine, blah, 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 blah. I hit a button, walked away, and I made a bunch of orders after that. And right now, I just got the fire going and it's heating up. These are rock solid. These are heating up right now because it's 40 degrees in the garage right now. So while things are heating up, can't do anything other than like block something, so I'm just gonna go ahead and work on this for a few minutes while that works. So yeah. Ooh. Ah. Restored. Damn that. But that looks good. Yeah. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of yesterday. And I just went ahead and cut it, and obviously you can see where that crease was, the tenting, so I just cut that out for ease of folding, just to check fitment, to make sure this 1.5 inch is adequate, which, my God, it should be. You know what? I can't be any more happier with that. That's exactly what I wanted right there. So I'll hold it this way. So you got your spine, and then your retention area. So, looks like I'm going to go ahead and make it. Now I just need to choose which America I want to go with. Ooh, I like that one right there. So this is going to wrap, obviously, around it. Oh yeah. That should do it. Oh yeah. And I just got to check lining up and then adjust the print accordingly. So this could be a waste or could be it. See, it looks like it, but I, you know, for safe measure, should probably go wider. Yeah, or at least taller, and then bring the Freedom Factory up a little bit. This new one is looking much better. Let's check it out. Also, a little bit of a tip. Do not touch the ink as soon as it comes out of the printer. It is still a little wet. I let it sit, let it dry for a little bit before I even handle anything that's remotely close to the print. And so I'm just going to line it up, see what it can do. And then it's going to go in the press at 397 degrees for 400 seconds on white. Oh, almost halfway there. Man, I got to clean. And just sitting, waiting patiently. No! Oh, wow. That was cool. I was able to fix it. Man, this is getting more beautiful every time I see it. Alright, so next step, I'm going to fold it, and then I'm going to cut and do it to its final shape. And then sand, buff, hardware, bye. Alright, so as you can see, I got it all cleaned up, shaped, drilled, and this is the final shape of this. Now, I'm going to have to figure out what works for retention. So, like I said, I designed it for 3/8, but we will see. These are 0.4 inch rubber spacers. Oh. And these are 1/2 inch screws. I'm just going to see what works. Yeah, that's too tight, which I figured. Alright, so we're going to have to do a different bushings. Actually, almost no bushings is good. Alright, grab different hardware. So I actually grabbed longer Chicago screws, and I'm going to put an 1/8 inch and then the 0.4 on there, and see how that goes. And probably longer screws. That's nice right there. You know, I don't even think I need those 1/8 inch. I'm going to do that, actually. I'm going to take those 1/8 inch out real quick. And what I'll do is I'll just... so it barely hits. Let me see if I have longer screws, too. Not too bad. Still can use a little work, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. All right, different again. And then these a 3/4 inch. See what combinations work good. So that sticks out, about to stick out right there. And that's too loose, so those screws are too long. No big deal. I think I have shorter. Another way we can do it is lengthen those. And shorten the screws. There it is. Alright, so long posts, about 1/2 inch rubber, and then a 1/2 inch screw. Alright, so there's that. Let's get this on. Or these, I should say. And this is going to get mounted upside down. Get the Loctite. right, so you got lock, unlock, open, and then, hey, let's see how it holds. All right, so we'll open this guy up, throw it on the belt, which I gotta take the spacer out. Lock it in place, and we have Sam's spray wax holster. Bada bing. That's fantastic. Well, I gotta say I'm pretty happy with how this came out, and I want to thank you guys for the journey, because this is like one of the first, well, I don't carve on wood, you know, I usually do other stuff, and now that I'm kind of getting the process down, I'm going to be adding some more mag carriers and all that stuff. I got some ideas of things that I want to add to my repertoire and get things out there. So thank you for the journey, or watching me. So we're going from this too close together to this destroyed mess up, prototyping, to this one with a knot right in the middle, to the prototype, and then the finished product that is going to be sent off to the Freedom Factory, and hopefully Mr. Sam gets it. So I'm actually looking really forward to that, and then yeah, time to move on to the next one, because I got a whole bunch of stuff to do. I got a pile of orders right there that I got to pack up and send out because they are ready to go. And like I said, I did quite a few orders while this was being machined, and while the shop was heating up, I ended up doing this. So really no time was lost on orders, and I'm going to get back to all that. So thank you guys for watching. Huge shout out to HolsterSmith&KnifeKits.com for providing everything you see in these videos. Home Depot for the 2x8 piece of wood that I used to carve for only $10, and I can make a lot more, and I'm going to be doing just that. So I will see you guys on the next one.